Okay, so today my internet exploded with people asking me about my truffles. George, specifically about where they grow and how my dog found them. Come here, Georgie. So this is George. Good boy, George. Can you sit? See how trained he is? So this is the forest that's on part of my property. So these are Doug firs that are probably between 20 and 25 years old. I know this because I kind of know when they were planted, and also when we've cut them, I've counted the tree rings. And this kind of dirt right around here is pretty soft and easy to rake. And this is kind of where you find truffles. I'm just kind of raking back the dirt here for a second because they grow among the roots of the tree. George, come here. So this little doohickey here is just, my friend Audrey gave me this. There's a little smushed truffle in there, and there's a cotton ball, and this is perforated so the dog can sniff it. So, what is that, George? What is it? What is it? What is that? So George is just a mutt of complex ancestry. He has no particular breeding, although he's part rat terrier. And he already knew how to dig on command. That's another story. But if I point to the ground and I say check, he just automatically digs a hole. So he did that before we started looking for truffles. He just digs on command. Check. Right here. Check. Find a truffle. So sometimes he's just digging for fun. And sometimes he... did you just eat a truffle? Did you eat that? Did you find something? Check. Okay, so where he's digging, I don't see a truffle. He's getting very enthusiastic, but I can smell it. You can smell them in the air. They have a really pungent odor. So I am just going to move this dirt back a little bit. And I don't know if you can see this because it's kind of dark in here. Move your head, George. This is a little bit of mycorrhizum, little fungus right there. And usually when you find that, that's a good sign that you're going to find a truffle. And George has just found us a truffle. Good boy, Georgie. So this is a truffle. This is an Oregon winter white truffle. George is very excited because when he finds a truffle, he gets a piece of cat food, which to him is really exciting. So George found another truffle when he was digging. So that is also another one right there. It's a little dirty, but he dug that up. And although there's no way to show you this on video, the smell of truffles is really strong right here. So just that little bit of digging he did, it smells like a restaurant. It smells like little big burger french fries. So let's see if there's anything else right in here. George, you want to check? George. Okay, check. Check. So, I don't know if George is sniffing out truffles or if he's just very enthusiastic about digging. But he has gone wandered away from time to time and dug his own hole and unearthed a truffle. Right here, George. Check. So, I'm guessing he does. I'm guessing he can smell them because a lot of times he'll go kind of wander off and he'll go dig a hole and he'll find a truffle and then he'll just leave the hole open with the truffle in it. So there he goes. So this is kind of what the forest looks like. This was previously farmland that was planted in timber. And that is a lot of times where you do find truffles. So, I'm going to keep digging here for a second and see if I can find anything else. It's kind of like clamming, except that you don't have to drive to the ocean. George, come here, George. Can you check? Check. Find your truffle. Find it. Right here. Check. Good boy. Come here. Check. Over here. Good boy. Okay, so it looks like George found like a little rodent tunnel right there, which might cause him to excavate the entire forest because being part rat terrier, he does love to dig up. Come here. Check over here. Is that a truffle? Did you find it? That's a good boy. That's a super good boy. So George found another truffle. And the nice thing about George is that when he finds it, he does stop digging. Good boy. Cat food. So a lot of times if he stops digging, I look down and I will find a truffle. So that is kind of, I guess, dog truffle 101. George was not particularly difficult to train. Like I said, he already would dig on command, and that comes from his love of digging up molehills. So oftentimes I'll point to a molehill and I'll tell him to check for a mole, and he'll dig up the whole entire hole and everything around it. So he already had the idea of digging when you ask him to, so I think that's why it wasn't a big stretch for him to dig up truffles. And once he figured out what we were doing, he was very excited to do it because I'm not going to say he's smart. He's smart about some things, but he does like to please you. So that's, I think, a big, huge part of it. And obviously you don't need a super fancy truffle dog because a small mutt, I think, will do. Say bye-bye, George. So that's our truffle video. Bye.